Hello everyone, in this video I'm going to be demoing a dynamic blogging web platform developed using HTML and CSS for the design and then PHP and MySQL database to make it dynamic and database driven. So this is actually the project for a certain premium course I've been working on. Unfortunately, the release of that course has been delayed due to some personal reasons, so I decided to put the source code out there for download in case those of my followers on YouTube who have been expecting this course might want to download and use the source code. Hey guys, permit me interrupt this demo to make a few announcements about this project. So I have already recorded the complete HTML and CSS course for this project, and I plan on uploading the entire course for free on YouTube. So if you want to learn how to design the entire project from scratch using HTML and CSS, please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already, and look out for the videos I'm going to be uploading for the design of this project. If you are watching this video from far in the future, I have probably already finished uploading the course, and I'm going to link a link to the playlist in the description section of this video. Okay, so the second piece of announcement is that I plan on completing the rest of this course, the recording for the rest of this course, that's the PHP and MySQL database part, and uploading it as a premium course. But recording it is going to be contingent on how the first part, that is the HTML and CSS part, is going to perform on YouTube. Okay, so I've started recording the second part, but I don't want to record something that's not really in demand. So I'm just going to gauge at the acceptance of the first part, and then I will know whether or not to proceed with the second part, which is the premium part. And lastly, and probably most important, I'm going to be uploading the second part of this video, which is simply going to show you how to run this project on your computer after you download the source code. Okay, thank you for watching and continue to enjoy your demo. Now the source code itself is going to be made available in two folders. In one folder we will have only the design with HTML, CSS and JavaScript, and in the other folder we will have the full design plus the implementation using PHP and MySQL database. I am separating the design from the implementation so that in case you want to use the same template but to power it using a different technology other than PHP and MySQL, you're welcome to download to use that folder for the design as a template for your own implementation. So I have made it a very professional website. So this is something you can actually put out there on the internet as a real website where real users visit and read your articles and so on. Also, the website is very feature rich and responsive across all screen sizes. Currently, I have deployed it on my local system, so this is not found anywhere on the internet. If you go to this domain name, you're not going to see this website. I have just hosted it on my local system using something called a virtual host. Okay, so I'm not going to demo all the features because that would take far too long. I'm just going to demo the key features. Yeah, so let's get right into it. I'm going to start with the authentication feature. I am currently logged in as our Melvin, and this user is an admin user, so we see a link to the dashboard on the drop down. I'm going to log out so that we can explore the authentication feature itself. So when a user visits this website for their first time, this is what it looks like. They can create a new account by clicking on the register link on the navbar. They will be taken to a page with a sign up form where they can provide an optional profile image and then enter their details like username and password and so on. I already have an account, so I'm going to click on login, and I'll be taken to the login form instead, where I can provide my username or email to log in. I prefer to use my email, so I'm going to provide my email. This is just a fake email, by the way. It doesn't really exist. And there is the forgot password feature. So if you've forgotten your password, you can reset it on this platform. We have implemented that feature. I'm going to enter the correct password and I'll check this remember me option. This basically says that if I close this browser without logging out and I return to it a day or two later, I will still be logged in even though I didn't go through the login form. Okay, I have entered the correct credentials. When I click on the login button, it is going to log me in and redirect me to the home page. As you can see, this is the user here, and we have a flash message that says login successful. Okay, it's only a flash message, so it disappears when you reload the page. Okay, now when I said the website is highly configurable, one of the reasons I said that is because you can determine which content gets to appear in which spot on the page. For example, this space is reserved for the featured article. Right now, the current featured article is the bane and the glory of introversion, and it's a good place for you to publicize a new article you just published on your website. Let's say we want to replace the article that gets to show here. That can only be done by an admin user. And let me show you how we can do that. Let's say we want to display this article here, the stuff of cuteness, as the featured article. We will simply go to the admin dashboard by clicking on the dashboard link under the logged in user on the navbar. And we will be taken to the admin dashboard with a bunch of menu items on the left menu bar. So we'll click on the post item, and at the top here you can see where we set the featured article. Currently it is set to the bane and the glory of introversion. Okay, we want to change it to the stuff of cuteness. So what we need to do is we need to search that article on this table. I know it's the first article and we can just find it here, but I want to kind of show you the search feature. So I'm just going to start typing the stuff of cuteness, and it's going to filter all the results for that particular article. I'll click copy. By the way, the reason this other article is appearing is because probably in the body of this article we also have something that has this search term. That's why this also appears. Okay, so I have copied the title of that article we want to set as the featured article. The next step would be to click on the change button on the featured post section, and then we replace that existing featured article with the title of the one that we want to set as the new featured article. And when you click update, it's going to say the featured post has been updated. And if we go to the public section now, we are going to see a new featured article. Okay, on the same topic of configurability, we can also determine the article that gets to show in this position, and we can even determine which of these items appears first, or which of these collections of posts appear first. Let us begin with this one. Let's say we want reflections of a young adult to appear as the first article on this collection. Okay, to do that is simple. We go to our admin dashboard once again and click on the collections menu item. And then we want to modify the articles on the best of 2022 collection. So as you can see here, that collection has 10 articles. Okay, and it has a link called posts. And if you click on this link, it's going to take you to a page where you can assign and unassign articles to that collection. So to your left here, we see a list of all articles in our database, and the ones that have already been added to that collection have been indicated with double ticks. Okay, what we wanted to do is to make these reflections of a young adult the first article in that collection. So we simply drag it and drop it to the position, to the desired position. And when we have the order that we desire, we'll click on save. And when we do that and go back to the home page and refresh, you will see now that the reflections of a young adult now appear in the first position. The next thing we can do is, if you want recent articles to appear in the first position instead of best of 2022, that's very simple. We go again to the same collections and we just drag recent articles to the first position, and automatically it's going to reorder them on the home page. So if we refresh now, just notice here we'll have the recent articles in the first position and then the best of 2022 in the second. So it's the same thing here. The first 4 collections that appear on this table are going to be the first the 4 collections that get to display on the home page. Okay. All right. That's not really all about the public section. We can go further to click on an article, and I have implemented image embedding, so you can actually embed an image within the body of a post using an admin form in the admin section. You can actually add comments. You can actually comment on an article and have a full discussion on that article and so on. You can share the article on social media platforms. And down here you see all information about the author of the article. You can follow them on their social media profiles. And I should also mention that I have implemented the ability to add a YouTube video, or rather to embed a YouTube video within an article, the same way we are doing for images, but we will get to that very soon. Also, if you want to see all the articles authored by a particular user, you can just click on their username and it will take you to a page dedicated to that author, where you can see all the articles that they have published. Okay, it has a load more pagination system. So when you click load more, it's going to dynamically load more articles from the database belonging to that author, and then it's going to keep adding it on the page until when you reach the end, it's going to say no more articles. Okay, this user particularly has very many articles, so the list is long. 2 more times, and if I don't reach the end, I'll give up. So these are some articles I was too lazy to add images for. Okay, so when you arrive at the end, it says you have reached the end. So in the same way, you can view articles under a particular topic. And we get to dynamically set a description of what that topic is before we list all the articles in that topic. And of course, there is pagination as well. Okay, another fun feature, or another very convenient feature, is the search. Let us say we want to search for, let me see, one day we will be happy and free. We can just search here. One day we will be, we don't really need to type the whole phrase. We just click enter and it's going to take us to a search page where it displays everything that matches what we entered in the search box. And then this is a very, very fun way to get users engaged with your content, because users usually want to read the best stuff. So having this collection of columns where you display the best articles you've published for each year is going to be very attractive to readers. So I thought that was a really cool thing to add on the navbar. Okay, so yeah, this, I would say this is pretty much it about the public section. There are other features in the public section, but I'm going to leave it at this and move to the dashboard. Now the dashboard itself contains more features than the public section, so we are just going to rush over them, over the crucial ones. The first thing I'm going to select is the post item on the side menu. And here, as you probably already know, we can feature based on the oldest, the newest, the most popular. So the more you view an article, the more the number of views of that article increases. And here you can order them according to the articles with the most number of views. You can also view articles, only articles that have already been published. You can view articles that have not been published. We call those drafts. You can search for articles by typing in here, and it's going to filter the articles. You can actually paginate through articles. So if you have too many articles to display on a single page, you can actually paginate. I made one page to have only 5 articles because I don't have that many articles in my database. So for your case, you will probably want to make this like 10 or 15 articles per page. So you have the trash, and these are articles that have been deleted, and you have a chance to either restore them or to delete them forever. If you click on delete, it's going to ask you to confirm once again that this action cannot be undone because it's a permanent delete. So you can do nothing and you come back to the trash. You can actually restore the article and it will be sent, or it will be found in this table where we have new articles. Sorry, when we have articles that are either published or not yet deleted. Okay, you can search that article and let's delete it forever now. You click trash and it will take that article to the trash. You click on delete on that article and then we delete permanently. So that article will be removed forever. So that's basically the changes we have on this table. Another cool feature I want to show you is the ability to embed YouTube videos within our post articles. I already showed you how we can embed pictures. For example, here, let's do the same with YouTube videos. So let's click on the add post link. We'll just give any title and then okay, let me just add some text, and then after some time I want to add a YouTube video. What I will do is I'll go to a new line. I don't know how to spell embedded. Okay, I'll go to a new line and go onto YouTube, play the video I want to embed, and then copy the URL for that video, and then come back to our form and place an opening and closing square bracket. And then within that square bracket, I will paste the URL to that video. Now make sure there is no space between the opening, the square brackets and the URL itself, otherwise the embed will not work. Okay, let me add another video, or we can actually add multiple videos within a single post. So I'm going to copy another video, and the same way I did for the other one, I'll put my square brackets and paste the URL for that video within the brackets. And let's just say this is the end. For the other features, we can add a featured image. We can select a topic under which we want to publish this article. We can check the published option if we want our article to be immediately available to the public section, and then we click on save, and it will make that it will say new post created. Now we already had an existing filter for oldest posts, but so that's why you don't see the newly created post here. So I'm going to change to newest, and this is the article we just created. So I'm going to click on this article, and it's going to take us to the details page, and you can see the videos we just embedded. Okay. Alright, so they appear in their proper order. Okay, another thing I want to demo is how to set related posts on an article. Let me search for an article, The Bane and the Glory of Introversion. Now, if you scroll to the bottom of this article, you're going to see a list of suggested posts. So when a reader reads an article, there's a chance when they arrive at the end, there's a chance that they might want to read other articles that are related to what they just read. So this is where we set those articles. And for every article that the user has read, we can determine what they get to see here and the order in which suggested articles appear. One thing I forgot to point out also is the fact that we have clean URLs on our pages, which is going to help our search engine optimization. but that is an aside. Let us see how we can set these related posts. Let's say, for example, we want the the defining moments article to appear in the first position. We'll just click related post, and I'm sure by now you can already know how we do this. You just drag it to the first position. If you want to add an article to this list, you can also add it. And then when you click on save related post and then reload that page, you will notice now that defining moments appears as the first suggested article. Okay, I believe that's it. That's all I wanted to demo. There's another cool feature called Autosave. You start typing and for some reason you get interrupted, so you close the page and even confirm that you want to leave the page, even close the browser tab, and then later on you come back and you realize that the article you had been writing, it had been a mistake to close it. Okay, or immediately after closing it you realize it was a mistake. You can go to drafts and you will see that that article was actually saved, and you can just click edit and continue from where you left off. You're not going to lose your work. Okay, so that's something cool I thought I should point out. Obviously there is the edit and the update feature on each article. The same for topics, and for topics you get to see the number of articles that have been published under any particular topic, in case you want to publish more articles, or you want to paste the rate at which you're publishing under those topics. Of course, we have users too, and you can filter according to newest, oldest, users that have been verified, staff users, admin, and so on. You can also search users the same way you do on the posts table. We have roles and permissions, and you can assign permissions to a role and then assign that role to a user. And obviously we have the collections, which I have already demoed as well. And I believe that is all. There is also the responsiveness of the website, which it's hardly necessary to demo. It's fully responsive on all screen sizes. Okay, so that is it about the website. So there are obviously going to be some things that I haven't covered in this video, so you can check the description section below, or the article that comes with this video, and you'll get more information about the source code and the project itself. Alright, so that brings us to the end of this demo. Thank you very much for watching.